pounds of Mara solder, pale malt. You listen to Mommy?
I'm concentrating on
Lane doing the grain. We're getting it. It's going. I know you. Huh? Hard work this brewing, huh?
Yeah. It's gonna go down. Hit me.
So this is the mash in phase. This is where I take the grains that we've already milled, the barley, and put it into hot water basically at 170 degrees to set it at about 150 degrees for about an hour. So it's been sitting in here for about an hour right now. There's a screen on the bottom to filter out so only the liquid comes out. So why don't you come over and take a look. So this is basically what it looks like inside the cooler. It's just a bunch of grains, kind of almost looks like consistency of oatmeal. Might see some steam coming off of it, and it's going to drain out of this ball valve right here. And again, there's a screen in the bottom. So we're going to go to the mash out phase now. So there's our brew tower, the hot liquor tank on the top, which you see steaming, the Rubbermaid cooler in the middle, which is the mash tun, which is holding the barley, and at the bottom that's our boil kettle, and that's where the wort gets boiled. So here we are at the mash out phase. I'm going to take 208 degree water, and we're going to pump that into our mash tun by opening that ball valve. And we're going to bring this up to about 168, 170 degrees for mash out. For about, let it hold for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to start the mashing process. Here's the top of the mash tun, sprinkling water from hot the hot liquor tank into the mash tun. This process of mashing out will take approximately 45 minutes to collect about 7 gallons of wort in the boil kettle. This is the process of mash out. As you can see, we are going from the mash tun into the boil kettle. It's just being fed through a ball valve. Here we are, high atop the brewery doing mash out. There's the hot liquor tank. There's the mash tun. The making of Pumpkin Ale 2009. Look at it go. So it's about 9:45 here on October 11th, brewing of the Pumpkin Ale. And we've collected everything out of our mash tun, and we're just starting to boil in the boil kettle, as you can see. Just starting to roll a boil right now. So we've just shut off our heat to our boil tun, and as you can see, it's just about done boiling. They have a wort chiller in there that's going to cool it down very quickly, as well as a pipe right here for fresh oxygen, because the yeast need oxygen to reproduce. Right now we're at a temperature of 210. So we're about at 95 degrees. We have our oxygen tank hooked up so we can put pure oxygen into the boil kettle. And as you can see, we're at about 95 degrees. I'm closing. And there it is before we pitch the yeast. The pumpkin ale at about 68 degrees. See if you can see that on the camera. So here is the yeast and 2 different starters that I've made up, and that's going to be pitched into our beer. So this is what fermentation looks like. We're Wednesday morning. I think it's the maybe 14th of October. And this is what our fermentation looks like. It's at maybe what they call full krausen. Beer is fermenting at about 72 degrees right now. And again, we have a lot of activity in our airlock.